It is easy when decisions are easy. When decision blast radius potentially becomes of tens of thousands of dollars or maybe even millions, managers start having headaches and that becomes not so straightforward and causes managers some stress and maybe some sleepless nights. There are four main styles of decision making, and I will cover it in this video. The first one is autocracy. This is when we say leader decides. The autocratic decision-making style is the most dangerous, in my opinion, and mostly is used by C-suite execs, and obviously, way less by the first-line managers. This is more common in startup environments where you don't really have much time to procrastinate and talk and like research and everything, but that requires some level of skill. Autocratic decision making involves the leader maintaining control of the decision and, of course, responsibility. As the collaborative leader, you make and announce the decisions without consulting to the group. The second is the participation or consultative decision-making approach. Here, leader decides with the input from the group. Consultative decision-making is sort of like literal and involves consultations with the team. In my opinion, it fits most when you have not a huge decision, but maybe impacting a team or your area, basically where you operate with your team. And that's a really good idea to involve everybody who will be working on this. And that brings a sense of involvement and having impact. And it's not only a sense, obviously, it's actually impacting. But the thing is that the leader is still fully accountable for the decision made, but the consultations and insights and everything helps to make that decision. The third one is democratic decision-making style. The one member has one vote. The leader gives up ultimate decision-making authority and has an equal vote in the decision-making process. Is democratic. That's how democracy works. While the group votes and the majority leads, no single individual is responsible for the decision. And the group might not feel really accountable, well, if all of the members didn't vote. And finally, the consensus where group decides. In this case, group is not the team, but more leadership level people. And this one is also slowest approach, but it is also the safest. And this is the best choice when multiple departments and numerous stakeholders and teams are involved. If you don't want any misunderstandings, when you release a new page or new feature that might change multiple pages where multiple departments are involved, this is really definitely the way to go. Consensus decision making means that every group member buys in to the decision. The leader gives up total control of the decision to the group, sort of similar as in democracy, but here group members are fully committed to the decision. They have a sense of ownership and responsibility for follow through and the outcome. Let's say an example, you implementing new navbar, right? That will go a whole website wide. And if you don't get consensus, let's say from other product team, from marketing team, maybe there's UX team, and maybe there's traffic SEO team, and something like that, and you don't really know if they have their own agenda or not. Maybe marketing is doing some campaign or some A/B testing. They might be using Google Optimize, for example, and have tons of things going on there, but you don't know. So if you don't get buy into in this, and if all these heads or directors or managers doesn't buy into it, they might do something different, because they might not know that this will be happening. But when you get the consensus from everyone, everybody expects something to happen, and they are aware, and they don't do something that might cause a problem, right? Well, and of course, not every group member has to be involved at the same level of detail. Again, it depends on the department, on the section, squad, whatever is or might be working on that, right? Somebody might not be doing anything, so the level of detail is very minimum. Somebody might be working heavily, so the level of detail obviously is very high. So in my following videos, I will explain in more detail the advantages, disadvantages, and the best cases to use consensus, democracy, participation, and autocracy decision-making styles. As in cons and pros, and how does that work? And more examples, something like what would happen if you do feature X, right? Something like that. You might be wondering, who's that guy talking? So my name is Vygandas, and I'm growth engineer and manager. My channel and videos is all about leadership in engineering. So my point is to help people who want to become better at their career and become great leaders in this field. I remember my successes, my downfalls, and all the great stuff what happened, and I really want to help people overcome and improve, and if I can, to guide them. So if you feel this is kind of stuff you might be interested, hit subscribe, follow. You can also check my other videos on my channel. I've been reviewing books. I think if you're into this kind of things, in the management, into leadership, that might really interest you. And also, don't be shy. Drop me a comment here or drop me a message on LinkedIn. I will try to help you, and maybe it might turn out into other video also. So I hope you found it helpful, and see you on the following video. And thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.